studio as always.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel in our Georgia State Dynasty. Last week, the Panthers were on the road in Texas, taking on the Texas State Bobcats in a Sun Belt Conference matchup, and the Panthers came away with a blowout victory, 62-17. That's going to impress the media and the coaches in the polls, hopefully. They're number 2 in the country, undefeated still, and this week they try to stay undefeated at home in the Georgia Dome against number 24 Louisiana Lafayette.
When you have two great
Steve Smith had a monster game last week, 380 yards passing, 7 passing touchdowns, and all of that in the first 3 quarters of the game. They start out on offense here. Smith back to pass is going to find Luther Madison, and that's good for 17. The Panthers, this is a big game for them, even though they have a bigger game coming up in a couple weeks against number 4 Notre Dame. But this one's big as well, as the winner of this one is going to win the Sun Division more than likely. And another big first down pass there from Steve Smith. 1st and 10, Smith going deep again, caught by Luther Madison. Out of bounds, inside the 15, that's a 25-yard gain. 1st and 10 now from the 13, handoff to Anthony Gross. Gross is going to get some room, and he's going to get the end zone, 12 yards, and Georgia State's on top. Just like that, 7-0 as the Raging Cajuns take over here. Frank is going to hand off to Engel here, and Engel is going to try to stiff arm his way out of that tackle, but he goes down for a loss on the play. 3rd and 11 now for the Raging Cajuns. Frank going to set up the screen. Engel got it, and he's got room ahead of him, and poor angles to the man lead to a first down. 3rd and 6 now. Frank back to pass. It's another screen play, and Engel this time going to be stopped short of the marker, but a flag comes in, and it's going to be roughing the passer. 15 yards, first down, and the drive continues. Jensen now with a catch on 2nd and 5 is going to get the Raging Cajuns all the way inside the 15 of the Panthers. Frank now hands off to Osborne on 1st and 10, and he's going nowhere, a short gain of 1. 2nd down and 9, handoff to Engel. Outside he goes, good blocking, and he gets the end zone. 11 yards for Jason Engel, and Louisiana Lafayette has tied this game up at 7 apiece. Georgia State takes over now, tied at 7. Smith looking to pass, had that big game last week. This one is off the mark, and he's 3 for 4 for 66 yards on the day. 3rd and 10 now for the Panthers. Smith back to pass. Lots of time, fires deep, and Lavelle Hampton goes up and grabs that one. The tight end with the 23-yard reception. 3rd and 4. Smith back to pass, looking to pick up that first down. Is going to go deep, and it's picked off by Adams. The Raging Cajuns take the ball away, and he's going to keep going inside the 40 of Georgia State. Pushed out at the 29, and Steve Smith has been playing very well. That's his first turnover in a while. Jason Engel now going down, tackled by Jarvis Hall for a loss of 3. Later on in the drive, it's 3rd down and 4. Frank back to pass is going to dump it off to Jensen, and he'll be short of the marker. No gain on that catch, and that's going to force the Raging Cajuns to kick a field goal. And at the end of 1, it's 10-0 Louisiana Lafayette. We start the 2nd quarter. Georgia State has the ball in Lafayette territory, down by 3. This catch by Luther Madison on 2nd and 4 gets him down to the 11, 17 yards, and a first down. 1st and 10 from the 11. Smith working from the shotgun. Has lots of time here. Goes deep back here in the pocket. Scrambling out to his left. Fires and almost picked off. Triple coverage there on the receiver. Should not have thrown that one. 2nd down and 10. Handoff goes to Anthony Gross up the middle. He's going to gain 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2 now from the Raging Cajuns 3-yard line. Smith hands off to Leach, and he's going to find the end zone. touchdown. Stephen Leach and the Georgia State Panthers retake the lead 14-10. Raging Cajuns now on offense. Empty backfield set for them. And Frank is going to take off here. He's got the first down. Dragged down from behind after a 12-yard carry. The very next play, Frank fakes the handoff here. He's going to take off again. And again, he's got open field ahead of him. Past midfield down to the Panthers' 41-yard line. Second down and 10 for the Raging Cajuns. Frank back to pass. Going deep here, and it is broken up at the last second by All-American B.J. Allen, or soon-to-be All-American B.J. Allen. A nice play. Third and 10, Frank going to fire, and he's going to find Thompson out of bounds at the 4. Casey Thompson, 22-yard reception. First and goal, Frank hands off to Ingle, and Ingle's going to be taken down after a gain of 2, still short of the end zone. Second down and goal. Handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker almost breaks the plane, but he's short by inches. Third and goal. Pitch out to Whitaker, and Whitaker's going to be stopped behind the line for a loss of 1. And Georgia State's defense does a nice job holding them, but the offense comes out on fourth and goal. Frank going to keep it, and he's going to go down. Turnover on downs, a nice goal line stand by the Georgia State defense. And they take over here up 14-10. It's first and 10. Smith back to pass here. And he's going to be sacked in the end zone. And Georgia State makes a critical error, giving up the safety right before half. And it's 14-12 at halftime.
Thinking if they don't get something going.
Second half starts with Lafayette getting the ball. And Frank is going to keep it on another read option here. And he's going to pick up another first down. We just hope that error at the end of the first half doesn't cost Georgia State this game. As you look at the halftime stats, Georgia State consistently putting up numbers on the board, both passing and rushing. Second down and 10 for the Raging Cajuns. Frank back to pass and somehow gets that ball off as he's hit. Ingle goes out of bounds after a gain of only 1. Third and 9 now, empty backfield set. Frank up to pass here, going deep, and it's going to be broken up. I believe that is Sean Lewis maybe on the deflection. A nice play, forcing fourth down and a punt from the Raging Cajuns. Panthers take over, first and 10, handoff to Anthony Gross, and he's going to gain about 15 or 20 yards there on that play. Already up towards midfield now, third and 1. Gross with another first down carry. This one goes for 9. First and 10 now for Georgia State. Smith is going to fake the handoff here. Look to pass. Lots of time. Going deep. And on the corner is Trevor Phillips with the touchdown. 44 yards. And Georgia State's going to extend their lead here now. 21-12. We got to get a replay of this. What a great thrown ball there. I thought for sure that defender was going to get there in time. But instead, it's a touchdown. And Frank now, as the Raging Cajuns take over, is going downfield on the read option. He's done that quite a bit today, but not at that length. But a flag comes in, and it's clipping. This one's coming back. Eventually, it would turn into 3rd and 4. Frank back to pass here is going to go for his receiver here. Thompson gets the catch, and he's pushed out of bounds there after 11 yards. Second down and 3 now for the Raging Cajuns. Frank going to try to keep it here, and he's taken down. A loss of 3 on the play. Jarvis Hall in on the tackle. 3rd and 5 now for Louisiana Lafayette. Frank taking off after not finding anybody open, and he picks up the first down. He's done that a lot today. 1st and 10, Raging Cajuns. Frank back to pass, gets it off before getting hit to Ingle. He's inside the 30, and he's going to break a tackle, pushed out inside the 25. It'll be 1st and 10. Frank now will keep it on another read option. Up the middle he goes inside the 5, taken down at the 4. 2nd down and 3. Working from an empty backfield set. Frank is going to fire outside, and Butler makes the catch in the end zone. And the Raging Cajuns climb back within a couple points here. Is 21-19 at the end of 3 quarters. Georgia State hanging on to a 2-point lead as we enter the fourth and final quarter. They have the ball in Louisiana Lafayette territory. 3rd and 12, and Smith is going to be picked off for the second time today. And his turnover woes have come back now. 3rd and 3 for the Raging Cajuns. A dump off to Osborne. He's going to break a tackle and just pick up that first down. 3rd and 9 now for Louisiana Lafayette. Frank back to pass. Looking. Good blocking outside, and the catch is made in Georgia State territory. 3rd down and 4. Frank back to pass here. Gets out of the pressure there, and his pass off the mark, incomplete. And Louisiana Lafayette's going to try a long field goal here. It's about a 50-yarder. The kick is up, and it is short. No good. And Georgia State gets to take over, up by 2. Smith working from the shotgun here is going to go over the middle to Terrence Flynn. He's got the catch for the first down, and the drive continues. 1st and 10. Smith, read option, is going to keep this one. He's going to cut it up the middle, and he's got the first down in the Raging Cajun territory. 15 yards on that read option play. But Smith now rolling out to his left, firing on the run. Caught by Lavelle Hampton. He's down inside the 15. Looks like he's down at the 12. 1st and 10, Georgia State. Smith is going to hand off to Mark Barnes, and Barnes will be stopped behind the line for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 for the Panthers. Smith working from under center. Will look to pass here, and he's going to fire. Caught by Trevor Phillips in the slant, and he's down inside the 5, a yard short of the first down. So 3rd down inside the 5. Hand off to Gross up the middle, and he's tackled into the end zone for the touchdown. And Georgia State retakes an 8-point lead, a 9-point lead here over the Raging Cajuns as they take over with just under 2 to go. They're going deep on 2nd and 5, and it's caught by Eric Jensen, 37 yards, and into Georgia State territory. 3rd and 2 now. Frank will dump it off to Harvey, but he can't come up with a catch, and it's 4th down and 2 from the shotgun. The handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker is going to get just enough yards for the first down. They don't even need to measure it there. 1st and 10. Frank back to pass here. Looking. Good blocking. Fires deep. Thompson with the diving catch. And the Raging Cajuns have 2nd down and goal now. Frank back to pass here. Looking. Almost sacked on that play. Dumps off to Engel, but he can't hang on. It'll be 3rd down and goal now for the Raging Cajuns. From the shotgun, Frank back to pass here. Dumps it off to Engel on the screen. Will he get in? He fights his way towards it, and he's in for the touchdown. Jason Engel gets the touchdown, and they will add the extra point. Down by 2, they're going to go for the onside kick. Here it is bobbled around and picked up by Matt Terry of Georgia State. That will seal this one for the Panthers. They stay undefeated. A very close victory today. Player of the game, Anthony Gross, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Georgia State escapes with a 2-point victory, 28-26. A very close victory there by Georgia State as we look at the stats. 122 yards on the ground, 254 through the air, and 2 turnovers for the Panthers. Players of the game, Anthony Gross had 2 touchdowns. Buck Holt on defense, 3 tackles, all for a loss, and 2 of them sacks. And we have some recruiting news here. Unfortunately, we have lost out on a couple players. Wide receiver or athlete Brooks Marshall, a 5-star from Florida, is committing to Florida, and Ryan Horton, the kicker, committing to Florida as well. But we have some news after the bye. Paul Hayes, 79 overall outside linebacker, 4-star from Lawrenceville, Georgia, is coming to Georgia State. He's up 4 overall there, so we need some replacements there, an outside linebacker, and that is going to help. And we move on to Week 13. 2 games left in the regular season, and the next one against number 4 Notre Dame. They're 8-2. We are 10-0. Can we stay undefeated? We're going to find out in the next episode. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.